Hi everybody, my name is Robin and welcome to my channel Bird's Eye Stitches. This is a channel about cross stitch. So if you are new here, then welcome. I hope you are here because you have a love of cross stitch like I do. And if you are returning, still welcome. Clearly you are here because you have a love of cross stitch like I do. Today is Saturday, it is June 10th. It's been a good month since I have filmed, which is okay. Let's see, this last month I was busy stitching, which you will see all of that here. Busy working, normal day to day, love my job. It allows me to pay for all of the stitching, all of the things. So busy stitching, busy working, busy lifing. It's summer. Summertime in Arizona is in full swing. So if you hear the AC or something kick on, that is because it is the afternoon, which means it is a solid 100+ degrees outside, and we need AC to live here. It happens. So yeah, busy stitching, working, lifing, not filming. So we're filming today. I am filming on my phone, so I think it might be a little bit cattywampus, just a smidge, but that's okay. I went to turn on my tablet and it said it needed like 19 updates because I haven't turned it on all month and no one has time for that. So it is doing its updates while I am filming on the phone. Okay, let's get right to it. I have finishes, I got whips, I got really good haul, like it's in my acorns bag, but really exciting haul. Really exciting Save the Stitches. In fact, the Save the Stitches I'm going to show I just picked up this morning when I was out and about. So that is really fun. I have a giveaway thrown in here. All the things. So this might be a smidge longer than my usual video. We'll see. But we'll just dive right in. Okay, first thing I have on the very top of the pile is a finish. So this finish, it actually, well, I got the finish because I used it for my 25/7, the Cross Stitch 25/7 Facebook page, Facebook group. 25/7 piece for the Cross Stitch 25/7 Facebook group. There we go. It is run by the Soulful Stitcher, which is Melanie Watkins, and I really love that group. It has by far been it has been the group that has pushed me the most to get like true work done on one piece, right? Because all the rest of my groups, I do the acrostics and all of that stuff, but you put in 2 to 3 hours. I don't really have a lot of time outside of that 2-hour mark for each piece. And then I'm not that quick of a stitcher. So in 2 hours, I don't get that much done, right? So this 25/7 cross stitch group is fantastic. So if you're not part of it and you want to make progress on a piece, I will put the link in the comments section so you can join that group. All right, so the piece I chose for the month of May was the Adventure Sampler by Sambry Stitches. This is the photo. This is the one that I picked up when I went to the Pacific Northwest retreat in 2022, so this last year. I am on the wait list for the same retreat in 2023. Fingers crossed that I get in. Right now, I'm still on the wait list, but we'll see. So I picked this up. I stitched it on the called for everything because it was a kit. So kit fabric, kit floss. The floss is actually a silk. It is the silk by Be Stitch Me. So I used that for the first time and it is now complete. So this is only a finish. I haven't ironed it or anything. I did get a frame for it. I actually purchased a frame new. Typically I find my frames used at Goodwill and whatnot, but I needed to make sure that the frame I picked up matched, at least somewhat matched, my other frames, because this one is not going up on the bird wall. It is gonna go in the living room. And so I wanted it to kind of match the Bigfoot piece that I already have out there and just match the living room in general, right? So anyway. You will see that frame next video, but here we are. So obviously mine is much darker, but this darker color fabric is really gonna match my house well. So it looks like this. This border, holy cow, First, I was really excited when the border actually matched up because there is a lot of zigzags and like whirligigs going on, as you can see, but it matched up. There's a lot of nice colors. Obviously, I love the birds. It was actually the border, well, the border and the Bigfoot that sold me on this piece when I saw it in the store. So I love it. Just beautiful. So excited to get that one framed. This is a sampler, so I can officially say that I am a sampler stitcher, first ever sampler that is finished. And it's a sampler even though it doesn't have an alphabet or any of those other things, simply because it's literally called Adventure Sampler. So thank you, Sambry Stitches, Becca Murphy, who's a fantastic human being. Thank you for making me a sampler stitcher. I feel very accomplished. But that is my finish. I almost had another finish, which I will show you in this pile, but, well, we'll get to it. We'll get to the story when we get to it. All right, next up. Next up is a new start. So this new start was started, that sounds funny. The new start was started for, oh, what was that, Sal? Mental Health May Sal, I believe. That Sal was started by Candy, 814 Stitcher. I think it's the Mental Health May Sal. I picked this piece up for that just because the color spoke to me, the flowers spoke to me. It brought me joy, so brings you joy, it totally fits. So I'm keeping this one in the bag from Whip It Up. I love this bag, it's full of bright colors. It is actually Alice in Wonderland themed, which I'm not a huge Alice in Wonderland person, but I love the Alice in Wonderland motifs, if that makes sense. The story is fine, it's not a favorite, but I just love all of the Alice in Wonderland stuff. If you see me messing with my hair a lot, I apologize. It is wet, you know, that half wet, half dry thing, so I can't put it up yet. But I was doing housework this morning, and again, Arizona, 100 degrees, the house is warm, so after you do housework, sat down to film, and I'm like, I need a shower. Sweaty mess. So, shower yes, blow dryer no. Nobody uses a blow dryer in the middle of the afternoon here, so it is what it is. Okay, back to the stitching. So, Mental Health May Sal. I chose the Owl Forest embroidery. I love anything Owl Forest. Like I could, if I win a lottery or something, I could drop some money on the Owl Forest kits. I literally love all of them. Not so much, I mean, I love the design. I love their designs, but I love their floss. The colors and the variegated floss and how it comes just all put together and all pretty, and it's got this like really nice cardstock. It's just perfect. I love it so much. But they're spendy, right? They're spendy, they're shipping, there's all those things. So I don't have very many, but I did purchase this one. So it looks like this. I am not usually a purple person, but I am noticing I'm gravitating towards purples and blues a lot this year. This purple color in the background is really nice. Obviously, I love anything floral, anything birds, but these flowers, they just spoke to me. Super pretty. So I have that. I am stitching mine on a piece of Cocoa 36 count linen that I got from Garan Stitchery. It's a Mystic fabric. And it has kind of that purpley color. It's a smidge more brown, just a smidge, but I really like the way that it's turning out. So we are here. Put this behind it because, you know, with the linen you can see right through it. But look at how pretty this color is. It is so nice. So all of this here is one color. There's a lot of variegation throughout this piece. So there's only 2 colors on this piece so far, even though it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got a pretty decent start on that. That was about 4 hours worth of work. Yes, I believe, oh, maybe only 3, about 3 hours worth of work here. So we got to there. trying to see if we can look. You can kind of see these. There's more colors than this, but I just love their colors so much. Like, how pretty is this? Get a good, there we go. My hair is a good backdrop, right? So pretty. So much variegation, but it's just really nice. And this orange, just beautiful. Love everything about it. So, got a good start on that. This piece you will see throughout this next month or whenever I film again, because I'm going to be using this piece for my acrostic for the Magazine Monthly Challenge. Plus, I'm trying really hard with my new starts to really make some solid progress on it, because I find that if I don't do that, then I put it away, and when I pull it back out, because I've gotten like 10 stitches done, it just feels more daunting, right? If I put some good stitch time into it to begin with, then when I pull it back out, then I think, oh, I can actually finish this, or get closer to finishing this. So I'm trying not to put my new starts away until I really get like a quarter of the way done or something along those lines. So this will be beautiful as it grows. Even the border, I guess I'm really into bright borders these days, but the border here is just as beautiful as the center. So, and we'll see how that goes, and you will see this one come back out again. All right, next up is a regular whip. You have seen this one a number of times. You're gonna see it a lot more because this is the piece that I'm using for June's 25/7 piece. Now I will admit I have some major catching up to do because it is June 10th and I have done no work on this piece yet. So for the first time, and we're in June, so in 6 months, for the first time I'm actually going to try to catch up by setting my timer for 25 minutes, right? I know this is not how the group is supposed to go, but there's no cross stitch police, so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna set the timer for 25 minutes and let it go and get caught up. So I need to do 10 days worth of 25 stitches. I got some catching up to do. But I want to do that because I want to see if I can actually finish this piece by giving it adequate time this month. So this is, it's the Jack's Tree Farm piece. Take it out here. I store this one in my bag from Evertote. This is my very favorite bag. I think this might even be the first bag I've ever purchased a long time ago, but I love this bag. The colors, the birds, all of it speaks to me. Okay, this is Jack Frost Tree Farm by Little House Needleworks, part 1. Will look like this. I am stitching all of them, so eventually you'll see all of them put together. I'm stitching it with the called for floss. It's a mix of, I think it's Weeks Dye Works and DMC. Yes, DMC and Weeks Dye Works. So you'll see that. And I'm stitching it on the called for fabric, I think. I got it as a kit. I'm not positive that this is really a 30 count. It calls for 30 count portobello, but I got it as a kit and I don't think that that's what they gave me, but it looks very similar. So anyway, we are here. Ta-da! So this whole side that you can't see is done, totally done. So all I have left, there's some trees in here, there's some stuff over here. It actually is close. It doesn't look close, but it is close. Over this last month, I got this guy here, worked on some more. I did some more white. Not a whole lot of stitching. I only did, I think, a 2-hour block. So a 2-hour block on here, got some more white done, and we'll be pulling this one out for a significant amount of time over this next month. Fingers crossed we can get a finish on that. I would love to have all of these blocks finished before Christmas of 2024, so next Christmas. It's gonna stay in my rotations. You guys are gonna get kind of sick of seeing it, but it's gonna stay here because I really wanna get this piece done. And again, it's a big project. So we'll see how that one goes. Although it is June and I'm not even done with the first block. Granted, the first block is the biggest, right? The first block goes across the whole thing. The rest, they're much smaller and there's not as much stitches. Still, we're in June and I'm not done with number 1. So maybe it'll be 2024, 2025. I don't know. You'll see it a lot. Okay, next up is another new start. So I had 1, 2, 3. I had 3 new starts last month. It was mania. I didn't really do a true mania, but I did start 3 things. So I'll just say it was because of mania. Really, it's because I got all of these new great things and I wanted to start all of them. I was in a starting mood. So, new start. Easiest way to show this. This one I am keeping in a bag that I got from Gina from Running Amok. I don't think she really has a business. She sold these on a Facebook page back in the day. I picked it up from her because she was a table mate at the Las Vegas retreat, and so she had some beautiful bags for sale. It's so pretty. I love the colors. Colors match the piece, so. Okay, this piece is really fun. So this is, I've never really seen this piece. It's from 1997, which is actually old. Doesn't sound old to me, but it's fairly old. So 1997 from Stitch World. It is Medieval Pheasant Tapestry. Looks like this. Again, the blues and the purples are just calling my name. There we go. Looks like that. I am stitching this. I had a piece of fabric on hand that was similar in color, like a nice pretty teal type color. And I'm doing a color conversion, sort of. So I was a part of Garan's floss group for the whole previous year, where we got, what are these? Cottage garden threads. So the Cottage Garden Thread Floss Club. I was part of that, and you're part of these floss groups, and I just kind of get them and they just pile up in a bin, basically. So I really want to start using these flosses that I've been getting. So I've been trying to just pull from stash, like really stitch from stash as much as I can. That way I can use money to buy more patterns and such. Not that I need anything, but it's out there. So anyway, so I'm doing a conversion. I'm trying to use the Cottage Garden threads and whatever other flosses I have on hand for everything with the exception of the birds. So I am not good at doing a conversion. I'm still learning the whole conversion thing, right? But I'm really not good at trying to choose colors when the colors are like blended together or they come together to make a thing, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Like here in the border, it's like one color for each leaf. Fairly simple. Same with all the other motifs. But these birds, you have to like really make sure they match and they all come together, and yeah. So I'll be using the called for DMC for the birds, and for everything else, I'm gonna pull some fancy flosses that I have. So for example, if I can lay these out, I've got these 4 set to be the colors in these leaves. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. These 4 here are gonna be stitched with these 4 here. So I've already started on 2. I will show you what that looks like. I was a little weirded out. I almost switched this to a brown background fabric because I was a little bit weirded out by the way that the blue blends into the green and such. But then I realized that's literally what called me to this piece to begin with. Not only the birds, and it was different, but I like the blue-green mix. So, changed my mind there. Okay, I don't know what fabric this is called. It didn't have a tag, it was just in my stash. I'm sure it's a 32 count. It's a linen more so than like a Lugana or something. It definitely seems like a linen, I think. But we are here. I just got this is the first leaf, and then I started the second leaf. So again, these are from Stash Colors. You can see there is some variegation. The lighting is sort of picking it up. There's not a whole lot of variegation in this one, but there's quite a bit in this leaf here. It looks like that. So it's gonna be a pretty good size piece. This one is gonna stay in my rotation. I do have this one slotted for at least one of the letters in the acrostic for the Magazine Monthly Challenge. I'm excited to see this one come to life. This will be really pretty on this bird wall. Very excited for that. And again, I've never seen this. So if you know of someone who has stitched this, let me know so I can check it out and see if they did any color conversions or if they stitched it on the blue, just to kind of see what that looked like when they were done. Okay. Next up, we have, my almost finish. This one is in a Garan Toten Bags bag. Beautiful fall colors, full of birds and acorns. I've got an acorn theme going on in my bags as of late. I think acorns are really popular a while back. A couple years ago, there was acorns in all the patterns. Like the market release was full of acorns. So all my bags and all my stuff was like very acorn heavy. I don't know. Okay. This is Pumpkin Harvest. This is from a magazine. This one is from is the Just Cross Stitch Spooktacular Halloween Ornament. What issue number is this? October of 2020. So looks like that. Theirs looks like this. So I specifically chose this. Number one, I like to do a magazine piece for the Magazine Monthly Challenge theme. So my acrostic, I usually work on just other stuff that I have. But for the theme, I really like it to be focused on a magazine chart. So I needed something with orange and pumpkins and whatnot. So I chose this one. The other reason is this is actually really full of specialty stitches. So like these are all specialty stitches. These are, all these pumpkins are specialties. There's like some back stitchiness, all of that. So I need to learn how to do specialty stitches because I have some foo-foo pieces that I want to start. I say foo-foo, but like they're very fancy, right? The Victoria Sampler, whatever the name is. Victoria Sampler pieces, I've got a whole bunch of them because I love them. But they have all kinds of specialty stitches scattered throughout, and it's one thing if you are messing up because you're still learning on something like this, right? Like everything is from Stash, it's a small little piece. It's just gonna be put out around the fall, you know, I'm gonna make it cute. No big deal. It's a whole different thing when you are stitching a big, pretty piece and you're trying to learn how to do these specialty stitches, because I know my eyes will just focus on, if I mess them up, I'm just gonna see that, right? And I knew I would practice them on another piece first, but this was just a good starter piece to learn that. Okay, so I am stitching this piece. I did everything from Stash, so the fabric is actually, it's an Aida from one of my Mill Hill kits, so it's like a chocolate brown colored Aida, and I just pulled colors that were close. So let's see. We are here. Is this the right way? Yes, okay. We are here. So I almost finished. It would be finished, but see this light brown color here? I still have to do, like I have to do some vine work here, the little tops of the pumpkins, and then there's some vine work throughout. It's just a little bit more stitching, but I ran out of thread. So I was using Classic Colorworks Hazelnut to do that stitching. Again, I pulled from Stash, and I pulled, because it's such a small piece, I pulled floss where I just had a little bit left, thinking I could just use it up. Well, I did use it up, but I needed more. So luckily, my friend Andrea, she does a lot of prim pieces, a lot of samplers, and I know this is a very popular color. It's like a muted brown, right? So it's a very popular color. And so she saved the day. She mailed me some of the hazelnut floss, and I just got it in the mail a couple days ago. So I will be finishing that and doing a fun finish with this, hopefully this month. So thank you, Andrea, for saving the day on that. Okay, anyway, back to the fancy stitches here. We have, let's see, trying to see it in this phone camera is like a little bit more complicated than I expected. So, okay, you can see these guys here. I think they're the Smyrna crosses, I think is what they're called. I started for the first ones here, and by the time I got done with these, like, these are already much better than these ones here. So just in these six stitches or 6 blocks, it already improved. So that was really fun to see. These pumpkins, I struggled big time with these pumpkins. This was my first one. It's a mess. It doesn't look anything like a pumpkin. Like, if I thought this looked like a butt, this really looks like a butt. So my butt pumpkins, that's what I'm gonna call this piece. But once I put a top on there, I think it'll look a little bit more normal, maybe. So we'll get those done. These were just like, I have no idea what type of stitch this is, but these were really fun to do. And they turned out pretty good considering it was the first time. They're like a long cross. So turned out like that. But anyway, you will see this one finished this next month. And to fully finish it, I'm thinking I want to do something on the tacky board, you know, and then put it on, I don't know, like one of those dollar spot things or something, some type of wood thing in the background, a wooden pumpkin maybe, no idea. But you will see that one come out. I am using this one for the Magazine Monthly Challenge acrostic this month. So even though I always do a 4-hour block for the theme, and the theme this month is farm. Obviously there's pumpkins on a farm. So I'm gonna use this piece. I don't have 4 hours worth of stitching clearly, but I wanna FFO it. And I am very slow when it comes to FFOing. I haven't done very many, and it's something I wanna focus on this year. So I'm gonna count the time that I spend FFOing as my time for my theme piece. So you will see that in the next video. Okay, we're almost there. Told you, I really was stitching over this last month. It did happen. All right, next up in my Peter Pan Garan bag, we have New Year in the Village. Another one you guys have seen quite a bit of as of late. Slowly but surely, I am getting this one done. It is on my year of whips, so maybe I'll get it done this year. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. I'm looking to see what kind of fabric I'm stitching this on. I think it's Storm. Storm by Picture This Plus. I just can't remember what count it is. So, all right. We are here. This side here is done with the exception of the fireworks. I still need to finish the fireworks up at the top, but that's gonna be with some Krynic. So there's that side. Side that I worked on. It's a little big. I have short arms. Side I worked on is over here, and I got more done in the house. A little bit more fill-in. I only did 2 hours on this piece, so nothing spectacular here. But very slowly but surely we'll get there. This one is slotted to come out this month. It is the A in my acrostic, so 2 more hours. I will probably make this one my 25/7 piece in July, just to see if I can finish it up, because to be honest, it's a lot of stitching, but it's like blocks, right? I only have this little batch right here, and then I need to get through the fireworks. Fireworks will be fairly quick. So I'm close. I have maybe 2 months if I make it 25/7, 2 months worth. I think I can have this guy done. Oh, and this was being stitched on Picture This Plus Opal Storm linen, 32 count, I believe. I think. All right, last but not least for the stitching, and this will lead us into the haul. So I will show you, it's a new start. It's a new start Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I swear I had a plan when I sat down, but it just kind of, it goes all over the place. It's okay. All right, so a new start, which I'm very excited for. I was watching, a Flosstube? I don't know. Somewhere I saw this. Somewhere I saw that Lindy Stitches, which you know I basically love everything that Lindy Stitches creates, right? She's all about the birds. She's all about the bright colors. I love all the things. So Lindy Stitches teamed up with Lady Dots Creates, and they are doing a virtual finishing class. I think it's in July. I signed up for it because, like I just mentioned, I do struggle when it comes to finishes. I am learning how to frame. That's getting better. The more I do it, the better it is. But I really want to get good at making like the fun flat folds, right? The flat folds, and then you have all the fancy doodads and like the little pom-poms and all the cute stuff. I love all of that. I don't like to sew. I don't like the idea of using a sewing machine. One day I'll get there, but I know there's other ways to do it, right? So anyway, Lindy Stitches teamed up with Lady Dots Creates, and they are making a FFO. I purchased the box, which I will show you as part of the haul. I purchased the box. It came in this beautiful box full of all kinds of goodies. So I got the pattern, I got the fabric, I got all the stuff. And then I think it's in July, I will log in, and it's like a Zoom class, and it's Lady Dot Creates is going to be running it along with Lindy Stitches. And they're going to show you how to make this beautiful, colorful item. So I need to get my stitching done because I know if I don't have it done and I don't follow along with them, like I'll watch and I'll be stitching, but there's just 0% chance I'm going to come back and finish it. So got to get my stitching done. So this is the piece. Again, I will do the unboxing piece as part of my haul because it's really cute. So it is this beautiful bird. There's an L in here, but she actually sent with the pattern, she has all the rest of the letters of the alphabet. So I'm stitching mine. I'm just going to do the whole wing in blue, and then I'm going to come in with some beads, and I'm going to do the monogram of R. R for Robin. Shocker, right? But it is this cute bird. Looks like that. And mine over here. I just started this morning because I just got it in the mail. So I got here. And this is going to stay out because, again, I need to have it finished by next month. It should be a quick stitch. It's big blocks of color. It's not very big. So fingers crossed you will see this in the near future. Oh, let's see. This is being stitched on a piece of 32 count pearl gray linen by Zweigart. Again, it's in the kit. All the flosses are DMC, so we got those. It's all full cross stitch, so a very quick stitch. It's only 85 wide by 56 tall. So it's a little baby piece. Let's see if I have anything else in here. I don't. Okay, let me show you what this came in, because it did not come in this. This is just the bag I'm storing it in. It came in a beautiful box, which is not in my bag. Stand by. Beautiful box. I pulled this out of the mailbox and I was like, this is the prettiest shipping box I have literally ever seen. How cute is that bird? It is so cute. Obviously, I am not chucking this box. This is gonna stay, it's gonna go on my shelf. I'm gonna use it to hold things. The only downside is it has, cover that up, but it has like the tracking label right on it. And so that doesn't really come off very easy. It's okay, I'll just put it in my closet like this. Be fine. But anyway, so it comes in this really pretty box. There was 2 choices, maybe 3 choices. You could get the whole kit. So you get the box with all the stuff and the link to log in and actually join the stitch day, right? Or the virtual retreat, I guess. So they had that option, or you could get just the pattern and get all the stuff yourself and you still get the link. Or I guess those are the only 2 options. So I went with the first option where I got all the stuff because the whole point for me is learning how to FFO this thing. So I wanted all of the pom-poms and all of the stuff that came with it. So I'll show you what came in here. So first we had all the information about it. Little card here. We had, obviously, this is the main pattern. It came with some super cute stickers, like super cute. 100% these are going to end up on my coffee mug. So I love those. I love the colors. I love everything about it. And then she threw in some stickers from the Bird Crush Club, which I have a bajillion of these, but could always use more, right? Bird stickers, love them. Then it has, this is the pack from Lady Dot Creates. So how pretty are these colors? Like we got the pom-pom things, the zigzags, the pretty fabric with the bright color flowers. Gorgeous. And then there is some felt and a needle, which I didn't even know was in there till right now, but that's okay. So yeah, this will be really fun. So if you can imagine, I don't really have a photo of what the full thing is going to look like, but these things together, super fun. I mean, if you think of anything Lindy Stitches and it's just full of bright colors and fun and birds, and I'm excited for it. Then there was a bonus pattern in here. Bonus pattern looks like this. So I pulled this out and I literally thought that this was a pattern of birds mating. And I told my daughter, I'm like, I think she sent like mating birds. Like, that's weird, which, whatever, circle of life. No issue there. Mating birds, they'll go on the wall, perfect. But then I noticed there was a little bird on the top, so it's actually more like a bird stack. And then my daughter was like, Mom, have you ever seen birds mating? Like, literally, that is not what's going on here. So I don't know where my brain was when I unboxed this, but I'm still gonna call this the mating birds. I'm going to stitch it so I can put it alongside my FFO at some point. It's not my focus, obviously. My focus is the piece for the FFO, but at some point, I have to stitch these simply because I still say they're mating. Look, they literally have hearts. They have love in their eye. Yeah, mating birds. Thank you. Okay, so all of that came in this beautiful box. Is it sad that I bought this whole thing and I might be more excited about the box than everything else? I mean, I love everything else and the stickers and all the things, but the box is cool. Okay, next. All right, next up, I think I want to do the Save the Stitches, and then I'll do the haul, because I know not everyone loves haul, even though I will say this haul is really fun. Like, it's exciting haul. It's different haul. So you might want to stick around for that. But let's do the Save the Stitches next. So Save the Stitches. I found someone by the name of Pamela. Pamela, if you're watching this, hello. I just met her this morning. There was an ad where she was selling some cross-stitch stuff, right? And it was like Ada and DMC, and what really caught my eye though was some pieces that were almost finished, right? It had some like almost all the way done cross-stitch pieces in the haul. So I picked that up, and when I got it home, I realized that these are so close to a finish. One of them is really close. The other one is like, it needs backstitching and a lot of backstitching, so that sucks, but it will totally be worth it. So I'm gonna show you that. Okay, so, and this is straight out of the box, like I haven't pressed it, I haven't touched it, anything. All right, so this is the first piece. I will read what it says because it's not really on the pattern. I don't know if she came up with all of this herself or came up with it from another pattern, but it says, we've changed through the years. Our lives have grown in ways we could never have expected, reaching out in directions that sometimes are surprising. but I'm always aware that as my world changes, so too does yours. And even though we're always changing, you're still the same special friend who means so much to me. So I actually asked Pamela a little bit about this piece, and it turns out she was stitching this for her friend, but they both live far apart and she just kind of got out of stitching, so she didn't finish it. As you can see, the words are done. I hate words, so that's good news. The words are done. This little pilgrim guy, I guess, the top of it is being stitched from this pattern. So this is the Country Home Crafts kit number 1101. It looks like this. So you can see clearly she did some color conversion here, which I love. I believe that I can go from here and I can finish this, right? I'm not going to stitch the heart on the top because I don't really think it matches the bottom. Pamela, I might message you and ask you, because when I finish this, I'm going to give this back to her because there's just a little bit left, and it was slotted for somebody. So I think I can finish this in the next month or so, maybe 2 months, and give it back. So that will be really fun. Then this other piece is amazing. So just amazing. Whole reason why I purchased this is because there is a round counted cross stitch tree skirt like this from Busilla. It was a kit. Here we go. No idea how I'm actually gonna hold this up. It's ginormous. It's a tree skirt. Ginormous. Okay. You're not gonna see me. So all of the stitching is done. Look at that Santa. That Santa is amazing. I could like wear it as like a scarf. Like, it's crazy. It's beautiful and giant, but it needs all the back stitching. So I will be back stitching this. I don't know how long this is gonna take me. Nobody likes to back stitch, but it definitely needs it. I mean, the back stitch will really make it come to life. And then I'm going to have to find somebody who can convert this into a true tree skirt for me. Someone who sews, not me, but looks like this. The Santa's just so happy. I am typically team snowman, like 100%, but this Santa and the Christmas tree, and I think it's a puppy or a cat, or I don't know, some type of animals going on there. I think it's a dog. So super cute. So thank you, Pamela. Thank you for your hard work on this. I will finish it, bring it to life, and I'm excited. So save the stitches. Typically the save the stitches, you know, is not really something that I pick up and finish, but in this case it was. So excited to see that. All right, let's do the giveaway. I want to do the giveaway real quick and then we'll wrap up with some haul. So my giveaway is buried at the bottom of the pile. So stand by, let's see. Okay, the giveaway. I loved stitching this adventure sampler so much, but I know that I am never going to use the silks that came with this, right? And some of the silks I used up almost all the way, but some of it is like barely even used. So I would like to give away my copy of the pattern. I did write on the pattern just a little bit. I mean, it's fully usable. you'll see. I didn't make a working copy of this. I actually just wrote right on the copy. I typically don't make working copies because I don't usually give away my copy. I usually purchase another one. But in this case, I'm going to give away all of the floss and everything, so I'm just going to include this. So you will get the pattern for this, as well as, let's see if I can hold these up properly. As well as the silks from Bestitch Me. So because it is an actual like packet, right? It's only going to be open to US, because I don't even know how much this would cost to ship to anybody that's not US. But if you would want to stitch this, or maybe you want to use these threads for something else and do your own conversion for the adventure sampler, that's fine too. But if you would like this, then use the keyword, let's say, how about the keyword Bigfoot? Write that down so I don't forget. Bigfoot. Mainly because I just love the Bigfoot in here. So if you would like that, use the keyword Bigfoot. When I do the next video, I will pull a winner. And again, that's US only. Please be 18 or older. All of the standard rules. Don't use giveaway. Yada, yada, yada. I think everybody knows how that goes by now. But if you would like it, use the word Bigfoot. Again, you'll be getting the pattern as well as the silks. Not the fabric, because I don't have any extra fabric, but hopefully you will use it to stitch this beautiful piece as well. All right. Haul. I have some fun haul. Ooh. I always keep my haul in my Acorns and Thread bag because it makes me feel like I'm going to Acorns and Threads. It's a little far away from me, but I just love it. Plus, it's a really nice bag. It's nice and sturdy. I think Carolyn talked about it in her videos like a year ago. She used to always talk about this bag, and I used to think, it's a bag. It's so weird, but like, because it made it seem like it was a disposable bag, but it's not a disposable bag. Now that I have one, now I feel the need to talk about how great this bag is every time. So there you go. Carolyn, when you're watching this video, you inspired me with the bag. All right, first thing up. First thing was kind of a large purchase. So I do have, well, I just went to a retreat, and I have at least one retreat coming up, Stitch West, and I'm hoping to get to go to the Pacific Northwest retreat. And I might even sign up for some like stitching classes or something like that throughout the rest of the year. We just have to see how finances and time allow, right? So I ordered a stitching retreat mat and box from Stitching Frills. She is on Etsy. It is Cheryl Lynn Howard. This is her card. It is so pretty. Okay, so this is the mat. She might have different sizes, but this is the mat. Obviously, it's got birds. Shocker, right? Birds and flowers. Again, back to the blue. The blue's just calling my name. Maybe it's my color now. I don't know. But, so that is the mat. This is the outside. Looks like this. It's got a zipper so you can put stuff, and it's nice and lined so you can hold stuff here on the outside. Then on the inside, it's all lined, right? So you can like lay your floss and orts and things like that. It won't fall out, which is great. It's got the little ring so you can put your floss drops or whatever it is you need there. It's got, does it have a magnet? I don't think it has a magnet. So it's got the felt areas, and she put some counting pins in there so you can put your needles in there. It's a double layer, which is really nice. It's got areas for scissors or whatever you'd like. It's really pretty, really nice. Really well sewn, like there's no loose threads, it's all lined, it's quilted, it's beautiful. So it came with that. Oh, and then after you wrap it all up, right, it's got like the little snaps and stuff so nothing will fall out. So if you go to the retreat, you can just carry this, and it's got all the stuff, which is great. When I went to the last retreat, the one in Las Vegas, everyone had these mats and fun stuff, and I was like, I need that in my life. Then it also came with this little box with a pretty little zipper pull. It's got some scissors on there and matching beads. Then in the box, it's got my name in it, so that's exciting. She spelled it correctly, obviously. I told her how to spell it, Robin with the Y. It's got my name. It's got these guys in there. This is a little spot where you can store stuff. It has a little needle book. She included some more counting pins and a needle threader. And then it's got this. This does come out, but it fits in there nicely, right? It's a little pin cushion. Put that there. And then an extra little zipper pull that matches. So really pretty, really nicely made, super fun. I love that it's all matchy-matchy. Now I just cannot wait to go to my next retreat. So love it so much. Okay. Next up is I have a slew, not a slew, but a few pieces of fabric. So I canceled my Floss of the Month Club with Garan because I was in it for the year, right? So with Garan, you can join, and if you join, then you're in it for the year, right? Like you're committing to that year worth of purchase. I'm sure if something happened, they'd let you out of it. I don't know. But I did the year, and so then I felt like I wanted to do something else. So I've been redoing my stitch room for the 900 millionth time, and my closet is almost there. It's got shelves and all the good things in there, so I'll show you that at some point. But I put all my fabric together. I got it all laid out right, and I don't know, I got a lot of fabric, but I feel like a lot of the fabric I have, it's like all in the same color scheme, right? It's all cool toned, like grays and whites and blues, all cool toned, right? Because that's just what I used to really like. And now I'm starting to gravitate, even though I've been liking the blues and purples, but I've been gravitating towards samplers. I don't know who I am, but I've been liking the samplers, and I've been liking pieces that really just, I feel like they need to be in a warm tone fabric, like peaches and browns and neutrals. I need neutrals in my life. So I joined some Fabric of the Month clubs instead. Sorry, little wrappers are all sticking together. Okay, so let me show you some of those. So this first one is not from a Fabric of the Month club. This is from an order I did off of Garan's website. It is a witch out fabric, 32 count linen. The color is Touch of Peach. Again, I needed more neutrals. The lighting is getting a little weird because it's going to be late in the day now. I've been filming for 52 minutes, definitely a long video. But Touch of Peach, you can see my nails that are long overdue are pink, and this is definitely not pink, this is peach. So looks like this. Really nice, pretty color. Then some Fabric of the Month pieces, also from Garan. So I joined Garan's Fabric of the Month club as well as Be Stitch Me. I love Be Stitch Me fabric. I was part of her club a long time ago, and so I rejoined that. So this one is from Garan. This is Fox and Rabbit Fabric of the Month in Flannel Flower. For that one, I did 18 count Aida. So again, it's a nice neutral. It is not peach, it is a cream. Really pretty color. This will match so many pieces that I have slotted to start in the next little while. The other color, this one was from a couple months back. I just had it in my haul bucket. So this is 18 count Aida in the color Foxy. It is the Fox and Rabbit fabric. How fun is that? This is literally a good fox color. Like, it's not red, it's not orange, it's pretty. Love that one. Okay, then so obviously I joined the 18 count Aida club for Garan because I've just been finding myself wanting to stitch on more Aida. I don't know. For Be Stitch Me, I chose 32 count. So I know I said I needed more neutrals, but I don't know, I was in a mood or something. I joined her Brights club, the color club, with a smaller piece. So I did the 32 count Lugana. It's 18 by 27 for the color club. And then I joined her neutral club, but for that one I chose also 32 count Lugana because that's my favorite, but I actually did a half yard, so a fat half. And I did that because I have so many pieces. I don't know what has come over me lately. I'm gonna blame Carolyn, Zigzag Stitch. This is your fault. They're all BAPs, which stands for big ass piece. They're huge. So I needed bigger pieces of fabric. So, and they're all neutrally, I think. So I joined the fat half, neutral, regular size color. So this is the color. It is in the color Fruit Salad. This was the colorway for May. It is bright. Like, that is Fruit Salad. It's like neon. So I got no idea what I'm gonna do with this, but it's beautiful. Maybe something like in a dark, a black, or I don't know, something. This is definitely not something I would have picked myself, which is the whole reason why I love Fabric of the Month clubs, because it gives you things that you wouldn't normally choose yourself, and you never know when you're gonna need that when you're pulling pieces for new projects. So this is gorgeous, gorgeous green. I don't think I have any true green in my fabric anywhere, so that was exciting. Then the neutral club, this is the one where I did the fat half, so it's giant. This is in the color Bronze Age. And this is the one that I almost chose to start the medieval pheasant sampler on because it's such a pretty brown. It's just a beautiful, I don't know, it's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's beautiful. It's got beautiful modeling. I love it. And I just thought that the blues and the greens would really pop, but then the birds wouldn't pop, and the whole reason why I liked it was the blue-green combo. So something else will go on here. All right, we're almost there, almost there. I went on the Garan site when I bought this peach fabric, and I was supposed to go to Stitching in the Wild, but I talked about this before. I did my taxes. I clearly didn't do my taxes correctly over the last year with my employer because I owed the government a bajillion dollars. A bajillion. So the Garan trip to Florida, when I live in Arizona, like by the time I did airfare and hotel and everything else, it was not in the cards because I'm trying to pay my bills. So I canceled that, but I did want to get something that would remind me, I don't know, I saw everybody else's like recaps and all that stuff. So they were offering some of the charts on their website. The chart is free, but you buy the floss pack, right? So this was super cute. I am not going to say Stitching in the Wild here because I didn't attend Stitching in the Wild, but I'm going to do something in there that has to do with Halloween because this will just be really cute to put up at Halloween time. So this was Fox and Rabbit's Come Party with Frank. Super fun. I don't know when I'm going to stitch it, but I really liked it. So you got that. Then I got sucked in. I was like inspired by the Frank, I guess. Look at this Frankenstein sampler. It's amazing. Frankenstein is amazing. This is beautiful. I love the Weeping Willow. It's a real sampler. It's got words. It says, "Beware, for I am fearless and therefore powerful." That is actually a really beautiful saying. I like it a lot. I am not fearless. Fear is healthy, right? It keeps you alive, all those things. But I do think it's important to make big jumps in your life, not let fear take over your life. So I really love this. And it has an alphabet. I'm going to stitch the alphabet. So we got that. And it says Frankenstein 1818. I assume this quote maybe comes from the Frankenstein book. I've never actually read it, but maybe. Yeah, so I got this. I will be starting this very, very soon, probably in July, I think is what I have slotted for this. So stay tuned for that one. Then Carolyn sent me a link. There was someone selling some bird charts on Stash and Load. So I picked those up and they're just, I've never seen them before. They're David Mary portfolio charts. So they're older, right? You can really tell the difference between the older birds and the newer birds, right? I mean, This was before they could just like chart things on the computer. They had to do it by hand. So they definitely have a different look than newer birds, but that's what I love about them. I love the old time feel to the birds. So we have the coal tit, like that. The kingfisher looks like this. The robin looks like this. The bullfinch the blue tit. Did I show that? Oh, maybe there's two. Chaffinch. I don't know what that says. The goldfinch, super pretty. I love the flowers behind this one. And last but not least, the wren. So these are beautiful. No idea when I will ever stitch them, if I'll put them all together, if I'll do them separate. I don't know, but when was I going to see that again? So that was it. All the haul, all the new starts, giveaway, Bigfoot. That's it. So, all right. Hopefully I will be on to film again later this month. If not, I will be on in July. And happy stitching. Bye, everybody.